back to Encut, and welcome to a special episode.
Yes. Ooh. New year, new episodes,
New episodes, yeah. And like we said in last episode, we are going to start doing some different stuff other than movie reviews more often. And this will be, I guess, part of that. And we actually have our champagne glasses right here for those watching on YouTube. Cheers to the new year. Clink. And today we actually have the movies that we're excited for in this upcoming year.
We got so many movies on this list.
We got so many movies. So we're going to go really quick, speak a little bit about them and what we're excited. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. It can just be like, hey, fun movie. It looks exciting. But, I mean, I don't know if you want to get right into that, but I just want to say thank you to everybody who listens. I know some of y'all listen to every episode or most episodes, and we're just really grateful for a great 2023. It's been a ride. And we've seen the fruits, I guess.
Fruits of our labor.
It's been fun, and we're hoping for a great 2024 as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Better things to come.
Of course. Before we get into it, if there's anything on this list that you think we should know about or care about, definitely DM us.
Yeah, if there's any other movies. I mean, most of this is movies that are going to come in theaters. So there is not a lot of, like, directly to Netflix or streaming services and whatnot. So if there's any of that you're really looking forward to, let us know in the comments. We're excited to watch movies.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a lot of movies. We could definitely not put them all on one list.
In fact, there might be even too many movies.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see if we get to all of them.
If you're seeing a little bit of a pink tint, let us know if you like it. Something new we're trying as well. A light that I had, just whatever. Just go with it.
I like to spice things up here and there.
Yeah, why not? All right, so
shall we get into it? This is a list that's sort of in order. Kind of moves around a little bit. But first up, we have Night Swim. That's already out in theaters.
That was what, January 4th?
5th.
Close. Ooh.
I personally do not want to see it at all.
I'm so excited for this movie. I've been telling Katelyn for the longest time, let's go. But this is one of her biggest fears.
There's something about water and pools that I can't deal with. I don't know if I can deal with it.
But funny enough, and I mean, I think I can say this because it might be true. Seems like it might be. But we might be watching Night Swim this Thursday.
That's hilarious.
Question mark. I think we are.
I don't think so. You're going to have to convince me really hard. I don't know if it's going to work.
You've been officially convinced right now.
It's not how that works.
What is the second one? I mean, I love horror. And she loves horror, too, so I don't know what she's talking about.
This hits a little bit too close to some things that scared me as a child. So I don't know if I want to touch on that yet.
But it looks really scary, really good. But it's already out. It's in theaters if you want to go watch it.
Yeah, we may or may not review it. He will review it regardless of my involvement, probably.
Yes. Also, for those watching on YouTube, we're we're wearing matching crew necks. Mine says hubby, Mr. Para, and hers says wifey, Mrs. Para.
You'll have a good matching crew neck situation.
Yeah, she got herself that.
Yes.
And she got me this.
Because he apparently felt left out.
Yeah,
he wanted his own.
I did. Second movie
is Mean Girls. This has a question mark next to it. I don't know.
I don't love musicals. Katelyn didn't fully love the first Mean Girls either.
It was like fun, but it's not something that I would watch again.
I think my sister will definitely want to watch Mean Girls, but it's whatever for us. Yeah. That already came out too, right?
That was January 12th, so only a couple days ago.
Yeah, only a couple days ago from the day of recording this. We'll see. If we get to it, we get to it.
Not
if we
the end of the world if we don't, yeah.
We'll come to streaming services eventually.
Exactly. Next up, we have Argyle. That comes out on February 2nd. I'm really excited about that film.
Yeah, I don't know when this video is going to go live. Probably within this week that we're filming, which is maybe like 10 days before Argyle comes out. That movie, I so got to watch it.
Yeah, that looks really fun.
You've dabbled into book writing. Yeah. And, I mean, true crime is a thing we love. So I think this just hits all the right spots.
Yeah, it looks like such a fun plot. I love plots that are like your book characters are like real.
This is like what's that movie about the book people that come out of the story?
Inkheart.
You love that book.
Yeah. I love the book and the movie. So the fact that this movie has a kind of similar thing, just more action-packed, makes you really want to see it as well.
And
so we will
Argyle
definitely
looks
review
amazing.
that. It already looks amazing as well. Next up, we got
Did we say that's February 2nd?
That's February 2nd, yeah. Next up is One Love. That comes out on Valentine's Day.
We are so excited for that movie.
Yeah.
If you don't know One Love, this movie is about the life of Bob Marley. We actually in London watched the play. I think
Musical.
it was called, the musical. It was like a concert.
Yeah,
And
it was
I think
concert.
it might have been called One Love as well.
I forget, honestly. We
quite
watched
sure.
it towards the end of our trip, and that was
But
3
yeah,
3 years ago.
but it was
Something like
also
that.
about the life of Bob Marley, and we love that. I
Yeah.
love Bob Marley. I grew up listening to Bob Marley in Colombia. You not so much, but still.
Yeah, I mean, like, I heard a few of his songs,
Yeah.
but I didn't really know much about him until we saw the musical, and I,
Exactly.
like, saw his life story.
I had no idea about his life.
Yeah.
Like I
It
knew
was
about his
really
kids and stuff like
interesting.
that, but not really his life.
Yeah, so I'm very excited for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll see it on Valentine's Day,
This is
but
not a musical though.
I don't think
first
it's a
one-
musical.
The play we watched was a musical. This one is just his story. Obviously, there will be music.
I feel like it's gonna be like how Bohemian Rhapsody did it. I don't think you
I
ever
have not
watched that
watched that,
movie, but that one's about Freddie Mercury and how Queen came together.
Yeah.
And so they like performed their songs, like reenacted performances, but it wasn't like a musical. Kind of like how Elvis in the movie Elvis, he
Yes.
performed the songs, but it wasn't a musical.
And whether or not you like Bob Marley's musical, this is a movie that you definitely gotta watch because his life is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
It's way crazier than you might think. It involves a lot of
Yeah.
loss and tragedy and social.
It's just
critic.
really, it's a powerful story.
It is.
So we will definitely be reviewing that. So next up, also in February, we got Lisa Frankenstein. That's what I'm interested in seeing. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know if you want
mentioned
to see
it.
it.
I don't know. Is it like Frankenstein's girl?
It's this girl who brings back to life this teenage boy, and she's like a teenager as well. And so they like not only become a thing, I think they are working together to also kill people. I forget how it goes. That's on February 9th. And that just looks fun. Like it's a combined like definitely made for Valentine's Day audiences, but also like the zombie comedy people as well. So it seems really cool. And that has I think Dylan Sprouse. I forget which of the twins is in there. He's the zombie, and then it's the girl from Stranger Things, Nancy.
Okay.
She's the main
now I'm
character.
hooked. Now I'm a little bit more hooked.
Yeah, it's
I
those
had
two-
no idea
those two
anything
guys.
about this.
I saw the trailer once, and I was like, "This seems fun."
Yeah.
We may or may not review that one, but that one I definitely do want to see. This next one I'm so excited for. Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yes.
That comes out March 8th. I love Kung Fu Panda.
Me too.
Absolutely love it.
I mean, it's crazy because we loved it both growing up, but I grew up with Kung Fu Panda not being Jack Black because I
Yeah.
watched it in Spanish, but it was still a hit. I mean, it's everyone's happy movie. I think if you hate Kung Fu Panda, what's going on?
I know, yeah. That was like the movie that like my aunt and I like bonded over. We like watched it either like in theaters or at her house. It was just like it's a sad movie, but it's also like such like a fun plot. And I do not remember what the third movie, like how that third movie ended, so we will have to
About the
rewatch that.
family.
Yeah, just so I know where we're
I don't
at.
remember.
But the animation style looks really cool by things that I've seen.
And all
So.
three movies absolutely slap.
Yeah.
And the show is amazing as well. If you never watched it, I actually grew up with the show better than the movies. Obviously, I watched the movies, but the show was like my thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fourth one, I have high expectations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's Jack Black. Come on.
it's Jack Black.
Never does anything
It's
wrong.
Bowser.
Yeah. Next one we may or may not review. This is Arthur the King. Comes out March 22nd. It's
We saw
apparently
the trailer.
Yeah, it's a real life story about this dog that follows this group with her on like a. It's kind of like a marathon, but it's more than that. I forget.
Like a
the
cross
term.
country kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's not only like running. You have to do this like hiking or swimming and that sort of thing. And this dog just like followed them.
And it's so cute.
It looks really cool.
We watched another movie and the trailer came before that movie and it just got us hooked.
Exactly, yeah. It seems really cute. We might get to it. I mean, obviously we have a lot to get to. But yeah, that one seems really cute. I like that one.
Yeah. Next in the list, we have Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Mind you, we have not seen the first one. This is the one with the kids.
Yes.
The kids being the Ghostbusters people.
Now, this one has a weird twist that I was not expecting. It looks actually scary. The monster looks like an actual thing that will be in your nightmares. So
that's why I want to watch the first one. Because I'm like, is this like a new age of it where things are actually scary and less comedy?
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. But it seemed pretty interesting. That's same day as Arthur the King. So we shall see.
Yeah.
We'll have to do some research beforehand. But yeah. Next up, we got Imaginary, which...
I don't remember.
That I think... No. This is the one with the teddy bear.
Yes.
This comes out March 8th. So this is a teddy bear that was, quote unquote, abandoned by the previous owner. And I guess the teddy bear is still mad about that.
Yes.
So it comes back.
It's like
or like
it
comes to
horror.
life to like attack a family.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like your average haunted toy
It's like Ted, but
thing.
bad.
Yeah, definitely. It does look scary. I also, for some reason, got reminded of Megan.
Yeah.
How it attaches itself to a kid, but the teddy bear is like awful and demonic.
Yeah.
So that one seems fun. Again, love a good horror. A lot of good movies coming in March.
Yeah.
Around your birthday month. So maybe sometime around there we can go watch one of these. Next up, we got Godzilla X Kong, which you can speak about that.
I'm super excited for this one. I mean, if you've seen the trailer, you see Mini Kong. It's so cute. And you see the whole, like, I call it Planet of the Apes, but giant. Make it huge. Because you see the whole underground civilization of the Kongs. And, I mean, I've only seen a couple of the Godzilla and Kong movies. But they're all so good. It's like the kind of thing that you will expect a geeky person to like. And I most definitely like it. I most definitely like it. Things like this or like Pacific Rim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So next on the list, we have The Fall Guy. That comes out on May 3rd. I'm really excited for this one.
It's with Ryan Gosling?
Gosling, yeah. He's a stunt man who... as far as I can tell, is starting a relationship with the director of the action film that they are shooting together. So it's super action-packed. He's like jumping and rolling and flying, which is funny because you know for a fact he had a stuntman to do some of those stunts, even though he's supposed to be a stuntman. It looks so fun.
And we also love movies that have to do with the industry.
Yeah, we're suckers for that.
Yeah,
really
like Babylon or... the one with the moon bullet.
Huh?
The really old one.
Oh, I don't remember what it was called.
Yeah. But movies like that.
Photo here. Next up, we got Inside Out 2. That comes out in my birthday month.
I know there is a lot of hype for that one.
Oh, yeah.
When does that come out?
June 14th is when it comes out. I'm excited because we get to have a whole new cast of emotions.
I like Inside Out. Not my favorite Disney movie, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. So I'm excited for the second one.
Yeah. I'm curious where they're going to go with it. I mean, out of all the movies they could have done a sequel to, I'm really happy that it's that.
Teenager.
So I know that there's anxiety.
Depression.
Probably depression. I don't know what else they're adding on to that. But I'm definitely excited for those emotions. So I don't know how I feel about this next one. It's Madam Web.
I really want to watch it. I love superheroes and I love villains and movies about villains. I don't know much about Madam Web.
I know nothing about
because I've never seen I've never read the comics. But hey, it sounds fun.
Yeah, it's Dakota Johnson, and I do like that actress a lot. This also comes out on Valentine's Day, actually. Yeah. So we may or may not see it. I have a question mark next to it. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know why.
That's pretty quick.
But yeah. And mind you, I've heard nothing about it. I've seen so many trailers for One Love. Nothing for
There was a lot of fuss about Madam Web when it was first announced.
Oh, okay. So like a year ago.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see. Next one's also kind of controversial. Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
This comes out March 1st.
As we all know, nothing happened in the first Dune, which was kind of the setup for... Nothing happened in the first Dune, which was the setup for Dune 2.
Yeah.
But nothing seems to happen in the trailer either for Dune 2.
Yeah, like it's gorgeous with the cinematography.
Oh yeah, amazing.
But I can't say that I was like enamored by the plot of the first Dune.
I'm not super excited for it. I'll watch it because like a thing.
I'll watch it because we watched the first one, and so I feel inclined to know how it ends. Also, I own the book that I want to read eventually.
Yeah. So might as well.
So I might as well. But yeah, I can't say anything. Like, I don't really remember much except for the music and the cinematography. So, to each their own. So, next up, we have the one and only Netflix release. And that is Spaceman, right?
Yes.
Is that the actual name of it?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I just saw the trailer for this movie. I was watching Longest Yard by Adam Sandler at 3 a.m. And the trailer came on right after that movie. And no. I saw the trailer on Instagram today, but I was watching Adam Sandler yesterday. Funny enough.
He's a little bit of an Adam Sandler mega fan.
Not a mega fan, but I really enjoy Adam Sandler growing up as a comedian. And now that I'm an adult, I've seen that Adam Sandler has like Uncut Gems, Hustle, Stanley Rexler, all of those like dramas, which are actually amazing. Like if you've not seen Uncut Gems, it's a trip. It's a whole trip. You've not seen it.
Nope.
And Spaceman is another drama that he's having. It's a Netflix special, original, I mean, and it's coming March 1st, about a guy that is in space by himself and is having like depression issues and is losing his family back at home. It's a whole thing, and I'm really here for it.
I guess we'll have to let you all know what we think or what you think. It comes out March 1st, so
be on the lookout for that.
Next up, I don't know if this is confirmed. Like, it was on a couple lists, but again, I've heard nothing about it. We might get trailers for it over, like, the springtime. But there's apparently a Despicable Me 4 coming out on July 3rd. So, once we get more info,
yeah, because I don't know exactly where it's going to go.
Yeah, because usually when, like, random animated movies are, like, shown on a list, it means that they don't even have, like, a trailer yet, or I don't quite know what their timeline is.
We love Despicable Me.
Yeah, we've watched all their movies in theaters and out of theaters, so I would watch it no matter what it's about. I'm just curious what they would do, because I don't know.
I mean, it's the Minions.
Yeah, they could do the Minions, or they could focus on the girls. That's because the girls are older now.
True.
I don't know.
It'll be fun.
We'll find out. It'll be cool. Next up, we got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes coming out on May 10th.
That's another one that people like me are bound to enjoy.
And people like me are not going to want to watch.
I've never seen a Planet of the Apes movie.
Which you might want to do before seeing
Not for
this.
lack of trying, but because Katelyn here, the girl I watch movies with, is always saying no to these kind of movies. But it just feels like the kind of movie that I would want to watch with her. But another series like that, in this case, would be like Transformers. I love Transformers. And I want to enjoy them with you. Or Pirates of the Caribbean. I want to enjoy them with you. But you say no.
You're making me look terrible over here.
Now you know how I feel.
Anyways.
But yeah, Planet of the Apes. I have to watch the first ones. I know that obviously the main plot, apes taking over the planet. But I want to watch this one for sure.
That is in the title. Yeah. Next up, we got the American Society of Magical Negroes. That comes out March 22nd. This one looks really fun.
Yeah.
I don't quite know what it's about fully, but there's magic. There might be some schooling involved, or it could just be like a club.
Yeah.
But
if you've seen, there's a lot of ads for it on TikTok, and people are like, "Can I even watch this movie?"
I guess we'll find out. We'll all collectively find out what it's really about.
Yeah.
But it looks fun. I love magic society things. So it seems like this will be like a fun new modern take on it that I can appreciate. Yeah. So, yeah. I just can't really say what it's about.
I mean, I said this in the past as well. I don't like watching trailers because nowadays trailers just spoil the whole movie and the fun. So I try to avoid them. So I think I know a good amount by the title. Yeah. And I know if I like it or no.
It sounds like something
and
that
the trailers we watch when we go to the theaters, obviously.
Yeah. Next up, we got Garfield. That comes out on May 24th. I gotta say, I'm interested, but I'm already not excited about the fact that Chris Pratt's voice is just Chris Pratt's voice.
I am so excited.
He could have done a different voice. Like, I don't want to hear Chris Pratt.
I want to hear Chris
Pratt.
Listen, Chris Pratt being Chris Pratt's voice in Mario movie was such a big deal when it first was announced, and then when the movie came out, I saw no one complaining. Everyone loved the movie.
I guess. You really think it would happen twice, though?
Oh, yeah.
I just don't know why you would get hired for an animated character and not try to do anything else except your normal voice.
They hire him because they want his normal voice.
You say that now, but you weren't in the casting director's room. You don't know for sure.
Come on. And I've seen a lot of TikToks as well making fun of the fact that Chris Pratt is just taking over everyone's childhood.
Kind of is, yeah. Doing all these voiceover.
Once again, I am all about it.
Yeah, whatever. I just think this is not related to it at all, but he could have done a better job, because I just heard Robert Pattinson's voice on this anime that I've never heard of before, and you could not convince me that was really him.
Yeah, but
because it was such a good job, and he like perfectly was the voice of the original character. He was able to make that exact sound of his voice. That's the least you can ask a person to do when they're doing voice artist work. And Chris Pratt did none of that.
That was a bird.
Yes, and Garfield's a cat.
Yeah, a cat that speaks.
The bird speaks.
Come on, babe.
Where are you going with this?
You know that this is completely different.
I'm just saying.
And if I'm a casting director and I'm going to cast someone to do their voice, I want them to do their voice. I'm not going to cast Chris Pratt and tell Chris Pratt, hey, I want you to do your voice, and then expect him to do something different. Do you think he's going to be hired to then do whatever he wants? No. If he's hired and he's doing his voice, it's because they liked his voice and they want it for the character.
Whatever.
Now, with Robert Pattinson, he was hired to do the freaking bird's voice.
Because he physically can, yes.
I think it's probably, I mean, in the world of acting and voice acting and whatnot, I don't think it's that difficult.
You've heard the voice, right?
Yes.
It sounds a little difficult.
It doesn't sound like Robert Pattinson. I give you that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like a voice actor will not be able to come up with it on the spot.
Whatever. I just think Chris Pratt maybe should be put in a position where he can try harder, because people would stop, saying that he's ruining their childhoods.
No
if
one
he
said
actually
ruining.
had a voice.
I said take over.
Okay, taking over their childhood.
I think the Mario movie absolutely smashed it. No pun intended. You wouldn't get it.
Whatever. Next movie. This is a movie that you want to see. This is If, coming out on May 17th.
It's a childish movie with imaginary friends, but it's funny and wholesome. I think it looks like it.
Directed by John Krasinski, right?
And and it has Ryan, Deadpool guy. What's his name?
Gosling. That'd be the second movie that he is going to be in.
No, it's not Ryan Gosling then.
You sure? Is it Reynolds?
Reynolds.
Okay. Ryan Reynolds. Okay.
Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool guy. Ryan Gosling is Barbie guy.
Right. Okay.
Come on, get your Ryans right.
It's hard when they're basically very similar facial structures. Really similar.
By the way, I also just watched R.I.P.D. with Ryan Reynolds. And good movie.
I'm glad.
Yeah, review coming on TikTok.
Yes. Next, we have Furiosa. That's a Mad Max.
It's part of the Mad Max saga
thing. That comes out May 24th. I've never seen any of the Mad Max movies.
I've never seen any of them. I really want to watch them. It's the kind of movie that I would want to watch. And I mean, I don't know why Kate reacts to Furiosa like this, because when we first watched the trailer, she was so excited and she was like, yes, we have to watch that.
What do you mean I was so excited?
You were. I saw your face and you were like, that is absolutely amazing. And then we watched it again this past weekend and she was like, we'll watch it anyways. I'm going to bring her to watch Furiosa.
I'm now being forced to watch Furiosa. I just think I should probably understand a little bit more about the Mad Max saga. I don't want to.
This has nothing to do with the main saga.
How sure are you that I still don't need to understand
I can promise
the main saga?
I know nothing about Mad Max, and I can tell that this is its own movie. It's a spin-off.
I just thought to myself, Mad Max has never once appealed to me. So
and
I don't
you'll
know.
be fine. I promise you.
Anyways, we got a Deadpool 3 movie for July 26th.
I've seen half of the first one. Then Katelyn fell asleep. And I've never seen the second one.
Yeah. I don't know anything about the third one.
Yeah. But I think I just have to get on it. There's a lot of movie sagas
I'm just
that I
exhausted
need to get
hearing
on.
this.
Katelyn doesn't watch movies. Here where you see her, here where she's sitting right now, she watches a movie every 3 weeks.
But that's like a normal thing, though.
Not for people to live from making movies or
Just
want to live.
because I'm a film major does not mean I watch films constantly.
You have a podcast about film.
Yeah, and I review films like once a week.
I understand. It's just that I watch movies constantly at work.
I am not the same. I read books constantly. That's my content of choice.
Yeah, I understand. Mm-hmm. I just find it funny that we'd be scrolling on Netflix and she'll be like,
I'm not
just
a full movie
today.
watching person unless it's something that I'm really excited to see. And also, I like the experience in the movie theater better than just scrolling on Netflix.
Yeah, she is pretty quick on going to theaters with me.
Yeah.
We go to theaters often.
Exactly. See, don't make me look bad.
At home.
Whatever. Next up is Borderlands, coming out on August 9th.
Yeah.
I know nothing about this. Is it like a video game thing?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure if it's fully the story of the first Borderlands or any Borderlands game. I've only ever played the first Borderlands game, and I loved it with my whole life. I played it on my PlayStation 3. So
way back when, yeah.
A while ago. I continued playing it on my PlayStation 4 before I met Katelyn. Never be able to finish it because there was a boss. If you know Borderlands, you play co-op, and I was playing by myself in a harder difficulty. So there was a boss that I wasn't able to kill. So I gave up on that. But it was a really good game with really fun animation. So I think this is a live action. So a little bit different. But I have high hopes for sure. It's like a sci-fi thing, and anything can be a gun. It's so funny.
Yeah. I guess we'll see if it's good. We've seen a few other video game to movie adaptations. So we'll see how I feel about this one.
Yeah.
Might bring on a special guest. I don't know.
Maybe.
Next we got Kraven the Hunter. That comes out August 30th.
Excited for different reasons.
Excited for this movie.
We're excited for different reasons. And it's funny because I started talking about it. And she was like, yeah, I'm so excited too. And I'm like, great, we're both excited, but why are you excited? I just finished playing Spider-Man 2, and that was my first introduction to Kraven the Hunter. And he's just so good at being bad. He hunts other bad guys, and I was in awe with his character development, and spoiler alert, him having illnesses and life-threatening issues, making him want to kill more people as his last hunt and trying to find someone worth it to die to. Amazing. Like a whole...
That's interesting.
I was amazed. I don't know if it's going to be the same in the movie. I don't know if it's the same in the comics. Yeah. But that just made me really appreciate him as a character. Now, why are you excited for Kraven the Hunter?
I am excited to see Aaron Taylor Johnson. That's the main character, main
why
actor.
Are you excited to see him?
I am so excited to see him. That's a fantastic question because on the side of TikTok that I am on, there is a thing called fan casting.
I'll be sipping on my champagne.
And rosé, actually, get it right. So there is a fan cast for what some of the Harry Potter actors or characters are. Specifically, James, Lily, Sirius, Remus. So Aaron Taylor Johnson is a fan cast for James Potter, Harry Potter's father. And also, he is good looking. So I am very interested in how this will go.
Mind you, this will not happen because if something I've heard from the Harry Potter community about the show that's coming up is that they want age accurate characters.
He is older than 21,
The
which
dude
is how
is
old James
33.
Potter is supposed to be. I acknowledge.
The dude is 33, and he
acknowledge.
looks middle aged.
Well, now he does. In his earlier work, he didn't.
Yes, when he was younger.
And those are the clips and videos that people use when they like make a fan art.
Have you seen Gemini Man with Will Smith?
Never heard of that movie. No.
They do AI generated images to have Will Smith be his older self against his younger self from like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Tell me about that, yeah.
So what you're asking is this guy with AI generated face to look 21, pretty much, because otherwise I don't see you guys getting both age accuracy and this actor.
I know.
Because
it's a sad world. He
cannot pass by 21.
Yeah.
We just saw a casting online about someone looking for an 18-year-old Latino man, and I was like,
Mindy Kaling posted that. Yeah.
I was like, hey, I can do 30. Mind you, I'm 22. I cannot.
You cannot do 18.
I cannot do 18.
The beard is too much.
So you cannot tell me that this guy is doing 21.
Whatever. Other than that, we are seeing this movie, and I don't care that we have different reasons. It'll be like Batman. I watched Batman because Robert Pattinson was in it. You watched Batman because it was Batman.
Because he looked pretty.
Exactly. Two different excuses, but we had a great time regardless. Yeah. So this will be fun.
I was amazed at the fact that Robert Pattinson once again associated with
vampires,
and bats and whatnot.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving along.
Getting back on track. Kind of going on with the bat and spooky theme is Beetlejuice 2. Yeah. That comes out on September 6th.
With Jenna Ortega.
I'm very excited.
As the girl's daughter.
Yeah, I forget her name. We've watched that movie such a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think
never seen the musical.
Her name is Lydia in the original. I forget.
Something like that.
I think this is just like a standard sequel.
Yeah.
So I don't quite know what
nothing
the plot
about
is
it.
about. Well, we get probably a trailer over the summer, I imagine.
And I also think it's a standard we should watch kind of movie.
Mm-hmm. Tim Burton's directing it. That's my favorite director, so we definitely have to go see it.
Excited for that.
And I already saw pictures of them filming. Was it around Salem? I forget.
I believe so.
They're filming somewhere around New England. I saw some pictures and videos, and I'm excited. I can't wait. What are you looking at?
I'm looking because Tim Burton is doing that, so I want to figure out what Guillermo del Toro is doing in 2024.
So you can compare.
And I guess he's coming with a Dr. Frankenstein movie, but he's starting to shoot on February, so we'll see when that comes out.
I don't know if it'll come out this year then. Yeah, I don't know.
That is my favorite director.
Next up, we have Joker. This is French. Folado. I'm going to pretend that I said that correctly. That comes out October 4th. This is Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn.
She looks really good as that.
And I'm excited. Mm-hmm. One of the first times we ever hung out together was to go see the original Joker movie.
That was the very first time.
So the fact that we can go see the sequel, I'm very excited. Years
afterwards.
Yeah, it's like a full circle.
Yeah, moment. I know people are not super excited about Joaquin Phoenix, and just this movie in general. Like people love Joaquin Phoenix, but I don't think people are super excited about this movie.
The hype died down. The first one came out in 2019.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, he killed it in the first one, and funny enough, he had said that he didn't want to do a sequel.
Yeah, so I don't know how much of a role he's going to have in the second one. Like, if it's going to be, like, Lady Gaga's character, or if they're going to be more of, like, a dynamic duo.
And it was also interesting, because he was mentioned, like, Batman was slightly mentioned as, like...
Really?
Because I think he killed Batman's dad.
Something
but
like
Batman
that.
was still a little kid. So I don't know if it's going to have anything to do with that, or if it was just, like, a fan service. Here's Batman, you see him. But, I mean, Joaquin Phoenix was old in the first movie. Like, the character, Joker, was older.
Yeah.
So we'll see how old he is in this sequel.
Definitely. Next up, we have Terrifier 3. That comes out October 25th.
This
Terrifier
is weird.
is more like an indie film. I think they had like a limited release in theaters of the second one that we didn't see. But we did see the original on Netflix. It's definitely like how Saw is like gory. It's like that. That type of film.
But it's become quite famous.
It has like a really big cult following. I follow the director and the main actor on all social media platforms. So hi. So I'm excited to see what
Damien
they do
Leone.
next. Yeah, Damien Leone, and then I forget what the Art the Clown actor does, but
it's like a Christmas thriller, I think.
It's Christmassy?
I think so.
That's news to me.
Yeah.
We have Venom 3 coming out on November 8th.
This one I'm hyped for. We watched Leatherby Carnage, and I think we both really liked it.
That was like 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago.
That was also in London.
That also had like an interesting cliffhanger, if I remember correctly, in the end credits. Like Venom going off and doing something. Mm-hmm. I forget. I'm gonna have to see that movie again. So that's why
we have not seen the first two Venom movies. Because I don't think, unless Leatherby Carnage is the second Venom movie.
I feel like it is.
Yes.
Since a Venom 3
Venom,
is
Leatherby
coming
Carnage.
out.
Yes. Never mind.
We didn't see the first one, but we didn't need to see that one.
There's a character arc in the first one of Venom becoming good from bad and whatnot.
Yeah. But we really like Let There Be Carnage. I'm just very curious how it all ties into the Spider-Man thing. Obviously, with like Kraven coming out, that'll all connect eventually.
Because in the video game, it's a spoiler. We'll leave it for later.
Yeah, don't freak out our audience here. But what happens in the video game? We don't have a trailer for Venom 3, but we'll still be excited for it regardless. Next we have Wicked. Now this is Wicked Part 1.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a Part 2. I had no idea.
This is the one with Ariana Grande.
Yeah, as Glinda. I don't know who the main cast is other than that. But this comes out November 27th.
No, sorry. We
saw the musical. I really liked the musical. The musical's iconic.
Really well done.
So I don't know why they split it into two. I don't know what the goal is. Musical. It is a long musical,
Isn't
but
4 hours?
You could still bring it down. It wasn't 4 hours.
It was like 4 hours.
It was a standard intermission in the middle.
But still 4 hours?
I think it was 3 hours.
It felt really long. Really drawn out.
I don't remember. But yeah, so I don't know about when they'll make the second part. But I'll still go see it. Obviously, there's been a lot of conversation about what's happened on the set of Wicked. Which makes me more interested to go see it.
I will not get on that right now.
I won't name names, but there was controversies. So I'm very curious what the end result of this whole thing's going to be. Next up, there's a Mufasa movie coming out. That comes out December 20th. I have no idea if this is actually related fully to Disney or if this is separate from Disney.
I think it's a prequel to Lion King.
I know, but I don't know if Disney's involved in the making of it.
Should be. They wouldn't give away the rights like that.
So we shall see. I've heard nothing about it other than it being
I've heard people be
excited
list. About it.
So, yeah.
And then last but not least,
we have a Nosferatu movie, which is the silent film
really
that came out
in
the
film.
20s, something like that.
I fell asleep through it. I still count as having watched it.
I was really intrigued by it when I first watched it. I think we had to watch it in History of the Moving Image class. But this is like I guess more modern or not. It could just be like a remake of it. But
better not be silent.
With better quality, obviously. Yeah. Better not be silent, but it probably will be pretty artsy. There was someone in it. I saw a picture of someone that's in it. Let me look it up.
Yeah, I fully remember falling asleep in the first version of this. And, I mean, I'm not super excited for it. When does it come out?
December 25th.
I don't know. A Christmas release?
So it has a really good cast. So it's Willem Dafoe, Bill Skarsgård, Lily Rose Depp, Nicholas Hoult, Nicole Kidman, and Aaron Taylor Johnson. I don't recognize any of the other names. But that's quite an interesting cast. So I'm very curious.
So Willem Dafoe is the vampire, and it looks absolutely crazy.
I know, that's why I want to see it.
Okay, maybe I am excited.
Like, look at this picture of Lily Rose Depp. I'll put it on the screen.
Maybe I am excited.
Yeah, it seems like very artsy, definitely. But it harkens back to one of the original horror movies of cinema. So I definitely want to go see it. I'm very interested in it.
So that's it for us in this amazing 2024 list. And let us know what you think of these movies. If you're excited for these movies, let us know if there's any other movies that you want us to watch or that you're excited about in this year. And we're definitely super hyped about most of these.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them are like, we probably should watch them. But overall, it feels like a good year for cinema.
Yeah.
It really does.
Definitely.
I mean, 2024 is the year that supposedly we should start seeing how the strikes affected. But, I mean, for what it looks like, we have everything set. Maybe there'll be delays. We'll see. But so far, so good.
Yeah.
Please make sure to follow us on all social media. You can follow the podcast at NCOT the Podcast on Instagram. And you can follow our Twitch, where we do some gaming and whatnot, as Sebas Parra 1K. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find our podcast in all podcast platforms as NCOT ! And if you're listening to this podcast right now, make sure to also check us out on YouTube. You can see the recording of this video as well as vlogging and just some other extra stuff. That you can find us as That Film Couple, and that will be the same handle for TikTok, That Film Couple. We do extra reviews and small form content in there, and just some extra fun stuff. Lastly, you can follow me on Instagram as sebi.mp4.
You can follow me at Katelyn.mp4.
That'll be all from us. We finished our champagne. Our candle has been
rosé.
burning the whole time. And this was so much fun to have you here today. And we'll see you in the next one. And cut.
Get it right, man.
Champagne, rosé.
They're not the same thing.